Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Memoria Freese video. And today we are going to be doing the final showcase of the 6th anniversary part 1 units. We're going to be taking a look at Bete Loga, probably the most popular unit in terms of just pure strength and what he's capable of doing. A lot of people are expecting big things from this dude. I certainly am. I already put him in my S tier, to be quite honest, just based off his kit alone. On paper, he was amazing. It's time to put him in practice, and let's see how well he fares against a lot of the war games opponents that are available for us to play against in war games training. Now, of course, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi and Danmachi Memoria Freese content, and let me know your thoughts on Bete down below in the comments. If you've used him in PvP or if you've used him in PvE, let me know what you guys think. I think he's going to be fantastic in PvE as well, but of course I'm not going to be checking that out today. We're going to save that for a future video, most likely Familiar Rush when that drops around sometime in the near future. Now let's go into war games and let's see what we're capable of doing with this Bete. Now, of course, remember that this is training war games first and foremost, and second of all, these are set teams from the end of training war games, so we don't have much to rely on. A lot of these teams in the top 50 are probably teams that were being used in familiar war games, of course, right? Master of familiar war games for testing purposes and stuff like that, right? So keep that in mind when we're going up against some of these enemies. Let's go up against Lake first and foremost. I wanna see how well we can do against Lake with the team that we have. Of course, he's running a stall ailment sort of team, a stall ailment team kind of team, it seems like. I want to see how well we fare against this team, of course, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change some things around for a split second. I'm gonna bring in a null ailment assist first and foremost to deal with the unfortunate unit that is Hero Festa Otaro, and I'm gonna be rocking this team. I wanted to just rock a full physical team just to see how it fares. Of course, we'll go through Bete's kit before we go anywhere. His special arts is Blazing Beast Fang. It's an AoE ultra physical fire physical damage plus 50% per each self critical rate and counter rate buff skill, so 200% damage there. It also has ultra penetration rate, and he also gives allies critical rate, counter rate, and fire attack damage plus 100% for 3 turns. Very solid ability, really good for both PvE and PvP, to be quite honest. The second skill, or his first skill I should say, in the normal selection of skills, his first combat skill is Flaming Crest. It's a foe's super fire physical attack with temporary strength boost and ultra on counter rate, and agility, dexterity, and fire res minus 40%, and he also gives himself agility, P-res, and M-res plus 65% for 5 turns. He also has 4 additional actions of high fire physical attack and HP heal 20% of damage and status buff minus 2 turns on foes. So really nice agility control unit here, minus 40% agility on enemies. He also gives himself agility, P-res, M-res. He's giving himself a lot here basically. Furthermore, his second skill is where things get really interesting. He has the ability to remove SCR magical critical rate and penetration rate debuffs on himself and his allies. He also gives his allies fire attack damage, stun res, and taunt res plus 60%. So against a unit like Otaro, actually pretty solid. And he also gives himself critical rate, STR, and counter rate plus 80% for 1 turn. And for the first time in a non-Hero Festa unit, he also gives himself a 20% max HP barrier, and he can also avoid a KO once only when HP is greater than 10%. Unbelievable unit. And then of course his last skill is a single target skill where he gets 50% damage per each self critical rate and counter rate buff skill. So again, really good for PvE. But yes, this guy is insane. On paper, he is phenomenal. Now it's time to put him into play and usage. Now, of course, this is my first time using him. I should mention this, that all my showcases, I don't think I mentioned it in the Eyes one, but all my showcases are me using the units for the very first time. It's me using them for the very first time, me just coming up with ways I think that they can be used, and I think the way they should be utilized. I'm gonna set him to balance first to just see what he does, and then we can make adjustments to his AI pattern basically, because I've not heard what people have been using him for this. I know a lot of people have been discussing Eyes because, well, 1, it's Eyes, and 2, they want to see how she operates, but I haven't seen much on Bete in terms of his AI settings and stuff. Of course, today we're also showcasing in a small way Loki as well. Loki's in the team. Of course, the assists I'm not going to be showcasing because they're very straightforward in what they do. Whereas when it comes to the adventures, it's a lot more complicated, a lot more nuanced. because of all the stuff that they're capable of doing, right? All right, let's go in and see what we're capable of doing with this team. We're going up against Lake, like I said, a massive player in his own right when it comes to, of course, Danmachi Memoria Freese, the leader of Waifu, of course, for those of you who don't know. So yeah, he's got a very good standing in the community, of course. So let's see what we're dealing with here. So of course we're getting Belle's ability to go off first. We've got Ryu out of the way. Now what's it gonna be like? Let's see. All right, so 6,000 damage there, leading spear. Okay, this is actually good so far. It's not looking too bad considering all things said and done. Although we are gonna take a little bit of hits here, unfortunately, from okay, this is bad. Okay, no, we're good. I do need Ryu to use her soul recall, please. No, so close yet so far against Lake, but I couldn't really tell what Bet did in that position. I'm not gonna lie. I will admit, Bet. I mean, I guess he would have probably. Okay, Bet did actually play a role there. I should specify, because he did lower the agility of the enemies. They weren't able to remove the debuffs, right? Which meant that on the second turn we were going first. You could see the team was going first regularly there, right? So I can't really say that he didn't do much, but in terms of damage, obviously you could tell that we couldn't see much out of his damage, of course, because obviously his second skill well, actually, 1 second, I need to revisit that. 1 minute. I want to retake on Lake just to see what exactly happened in that situation, because I didn't pay attention to what skill he used on turn 2. That's my bad. I should have paid attention, should have paid closer attention to that. So let me see, let me have a look and see. So we get Flaming Crest, which is his first skill, right? And then on the second turn, I'd assume he'd use his second skill here. Let's see. So Firebolt Strike goes off for, obviously. Hero Festa Bell doing Hero Festa Bell things. I mean, there's no difference there. He's insane. The boy's insane. And of course, we got Finn going off here. We're gonna get a hit there. Okay, so on balance, he does Flaming Crest. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now as to why we were seeing that go off instead. I was like, I'm pretty sure he hit twice there. So that's an issue. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to change the settings once again. And I'm going to take on Lake again because I want to see how it would work. I want to change the settings again, and I want to go to buff. Because on balance, if he's doing Flaming Crest again and again, it's the same thing that would happen on also Attack All as well. Attack All would be the same exact situation. So let's see how he does here now. I'm very curious to see how he does here. So Flaming Crest goes off first here as well. I want to check it out. I'm very, very curious. This is going to be interesting. So Burning Roar, he goes off and does that. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what happens here now. Okay, we get that off. Beautiful. And then this. Ooh, it looked a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie, but let's see. Spear Traces. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. And we've got obviously 2 abilities going off here, which is fantastic. Okay, I'm very curious to see how this goes. Okay, so he uses Burning Roar again, which is really, really nice. Wow. Okay, that was, I mean, it was a better performance from Bet. I mean, to be fair, obviously I feel like maybe if he was maybe a limit break higher, maybe some slight changes there with the team maybe would be obviously a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, we did a good job. I mean, that's Astraeus being Astraeus against Bell. Astraeus is still good, by the way. I saw a lot of people saying like, oh, how did I dare put Astraeus in A instead of S? I think that he can be an S if he's going up against the units that are obviously bad against him, right? Obviously, if you put units that are bad against him, like Hero Festa Bell, who obviously isn't capable of taking over Astraeus, right? He's fantastic. But I feel like now with all these other elements coming into play and everything, he's just not that guy. Trust me, pal, he's not that guy. He's not that guy. All right, let's go and fight against somebody else because I want to actually see what we're dealing with here. Juby, I think, you know, one of my familiar members, I want to see what he's capable of doing up against my boy Bet. I want to see. I'm very curious about this. This is going to be very interesting to say the least. Okay, so we got an agility down as well, which is fine. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll inflict a bit of our own as well. I think the thing is, right, I could go away with without obviously using Alan. Maybe I could probably bring in somebody else. I probably should bring in somebody else. I'm trying to think. You know who I should bring in? I have an idea. Get me out of here. Get me gone. Get me gone from this. I'm gonna fight Juby again in a second, but I have an idea. And I think this is what a lot of players will want to run basically as well, is you'll want to run units like what I'm about to bring into the field. You'll want to run units like Wind Physical. You'll want to run units like this Bell. You'll want to run units like, also another unit that you'll probably want to run is Thunder Physical, this Haruhime. Now, of course, I unfortunately don't have these guys at high limit break, so I feel like they're not going to be of much use to me. I'm going to bring back in Finn, but I do think I'm going to keep the Wind Bell in my team right now, because I genuinely believe he's going to be of good use, shall I say. He's going to be of good use. I'm going to give him Hessian Eye for now. I don't need him to go fast anyways. I want him to go last on turn 1, of course. And I'm gonna just give him a stun anklet that Alan had. Beautiful. All right, let's see what we do against Juby now. It's gonna be very interesting. Of course, if you want to trial out the units yourselves, right, you can go into war games and go into your friends list, and then you can obviously take them on, of course. But the other thing is, if you don't have these units and you want to try them out for yourselves, you can use the trial units as well. Remember that the trial units is an option as well. It's something that we used to do for a very long time as well. My thing is blocked. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's the damage I'd like to see. Beautiful. There we go. We won against Juby. We were losing the last match, but we won against Juby this time round, which is brilliant. Because, yeah, if you go over here, right, let's say I'm going to go up against Fen anyways right now. But if you want to, you know, trial out the units yourselves, you can go into trial units, replace the slot you want. So say I want to replace my bet with this bet. I can. Done. It's easy as that. However, I don't want to do that. I want to bring back my bet, please. Thank you very much. Where is my bet? I'm gonna bring back my bet because I want it to be more natural. I want it to be around a low limit break character that I have, of course, and seeing how it works. Okay, so let's go up against Fen. I'm very curious to see how we go up against a magic team, of course, right? Because we've seen obviously how it goes up against some physical teams, some stall teams and stuff like that. It's time to see how well we do here now. It's gonna be very interesting to see how well we do here. So of course we're gonna get hit by Vesta's Sanctifying Festival Flare. Let's see, Burning Roar goes next. Easy dubs. Easy dubs. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beating a waifu member is always nice, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I want to try and go up against Lake again now. The thing with Lake's team was that it was a stall team, so it's not really focused on going fast anyways. So yeah, it wouldn't really matter. I don't think it would matter too much. Do I want to try it again though? I want to try it again though. I want to just try and see what happens against Lake. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, already I can easily place bet in S tier, honestly. He just fits in with the physical team. He fits in anywhere. I think that's one of the good things about this this bet is that he's super accessible. And when I say he's accessible, he's able to be used in any position, you know. He's able to be used in any position, which is what makes him so useful, so beneficial to run, you know. Definitely, most certainly I feel that way. All right, let's see how this goes. Come on. I went quiet there because I was just analyzing the field and I was just like, how's everything going? What's the situation here? Oh, we won this. Wait, we won this. We actually won this. There's no way we don't win this. Surely we don't. We do not lose this. We've got a special arts. Give me bet. I was wanting to see bet special arts. I'm not gonna lie. And of course, Burning Roar will go next. And yeah. Wow. I guess it was worth it to actually go in and try and fight against Lake once again. You know, it was well worth going up against Lake once again. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna go and check another player team maybe PT. The thing with PT, right? And I think this is another team that could work well with bet as well, by the way. This is another team that could work well with bet. It's probably a team like this where you're probably going to replace Alan with the new bet, most likely. I would say that that could also be a fantastic option as well. And you're going to run a counter team. It's very, very very a positive team that you could probably run for sure. So yeah, I think this guy is pretty darn good. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he does when we actually get the final war game session, or the first war game session of the anniversary next week. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section below. A bit of a shorter showcase compared to the other two, but I feel very confident in what I've seen already, and I feel confident in placing him in S tier at the very least, you know. He's definitely not going to be a tier higher. I think he's the best way to describe this bet, right, is he's a mini hero Festa. He's genuinely a mini hero Festa. That's the thing about this bet. I went into Record Buster. Whoops. He's a mini hero Festa, and I think a lot of players will want to try and get him because of that. I'll still maintain what I said the other day, and I'll say that you'll want to summon on Bet and Riveria first and foremost, and then summon for Eyes and Loki, probably, is my personal opinion on that front. But yeah, once again, let me know what you guys think. It's your thoughts that count as well. You know, it's a very subjective thing. So yeah, you guys can let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.